Hi everybody, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In this session today, which is session 3 with Anna, we're going to be looking at how she believes that her emotions and her being herself in any way bothers people to the point that they might actually strike back at her. So we're looking at an avoidant attachment here with Anna, and let's see how the session goes, and I'll see you after the session for the wrap-up. Anna, where would you like to start today?
So during the whole week, I was thinking about our last session and about that thing that we were talking about, that I feel like I'm a burden to other people. And yeah, I think about that a lot. Like with my partner, I'm always, if I do this or if I do that, am I gonna be a burden to him? Am I gonna bother him if I ask him for this or if I ask him for that? Maybe I should leave him alone. And and then every time I have this discussion in my head happening, I decide to rather not do anything and wait for him to come and to tell me his needs rather than me approaching him, because I'm just too afraid to to be a burden in his life. And it's not just about him, it's actually happening with my friend as well, and with all the people that I know. I'm really concerned that um, to be too much for them.
I understand.
Yeah.
Too much for them to handle.
Yes.
And that's going to be a bother for them and a burden to them.
Yeah, and that's what is going to cause them to pull away from me.
I understand.
That they basically one day say, look, you're too needy for us, and you're just bothering us too much. I don't want to be your partner anymore. I don't want to be your friend anymore. I don't want to be around you anymore.
Where does this idea come from, Anna, that you might be too much and a burden?
I don't know. Maybe, I guess, what I learned in my childhood.
Any specific examples come to mind in your childhood?
Yeah, I think like with my mom. I mean, I know that my mom loves me. I really do. But as a child, I sometimes felt I'm in the way of her having fun. Like she sees me as so she got me when she was really young.
Sure.
And I know that she didn't wanna. She still wanted to party and go out, and she saw me as having a child as something that was in the way. Sure. To have that, to enjoy her youth.
Okay.
And this is why I started to feel like I'm not just something that contributes to her life, but I'm also something that takes something away from her. Yeah.
That you've taken away some of your mom's youth.
Yes. Yeah.
And this idea that you might be too much, that it's too much for other people to handle you, where did that idea come from? Is that with your mom as well?
Yeah, I can remember. She had like parties in in our house, and a lot of people would come over and they would drink and they would sing and have a good time. And I just had to stay in my room and not, like, she didn't want me to go out of my room. She wanted me to stay there and just to play by myself.
Sure.
Because yeah, she just wanted to have a party, and I would destroy it. Yeah.
And what would happen if you came out of your room?
So it.
Did that ever happen?
Yeah, it did happen, and when she was drunk, she got really angry. And I know she tried to hit me and I had to run away. And I know that her friends protected me from her. So yeah, I was really afraid of her. Yeah.
I noticed that you're getting a bit emotional as you're talking about that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it's painful when your mom, like, it's not what I wanted to experience as a child.
No. And here with me right now, as we're talking about this, there's this idea that not inviting yourself in and being away keeps you safe. And I can see that that was maybe the case for you when you were a child. That with your mom, you needed to stay away. Because if you intruded, interfered, then she even might have become aggressive or violent towards you. Is that sort of how you learned then to not get in the way?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because they might get someone who you, if you get in there or if you invite yourself in, that they might get angry at you or violent towards you somehow.
Yeah, I guess I'm always trying to figure out if they, like with my mom, when she was not in the mood to have a party, then um I felt like she's needing me, and so I was there for her. But when she was having her friends over and having a party, I felt like for me it's better to not be seen. So I would just hide.
Right.
And I guess that's I'm always trying with people to do the same. I'm trying if I see they're in the mood of having me around,
Sure.
and they call me, then I'm there. But if they're busy with something else, I'm just kind of hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this kept you safe when you were a child. What about today, the people that you have in your life? Are they likely to be violent or aggressive towards you if you invite yourself into their lives? Like your partner and your friend and
No, I mean no, they're not. They don't drink.
hmm.
Yeah.
So with them, if you do invite yourself in,
Mm,
what do you think would be the danger then?
I guess they would just, if they're really busy, they would say it in a like in a normal way without getting overly angry and violent and crazy.
But it seems like this cautiousness that you learned as a child has almost stayed with you automatically. So that's the way that you automatically engage with people around you today, even though they don't have the same one or the same sort of fragility, they don't have the same aggressiveness or the same anger towards you. You're automatically just engaging with them the same way as you've learned to do as a child.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Do you think that between this session and the next, you could see what it's like for you to flip that around and try to engage and see what actually happens?
Yeah, I guess so.
That way we won't be guessing as much. We can actually try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we can maybe go from there. Yeah?
Yes.
Her childhood experiences were such that she realized that if she in any way burdens her mother with her own emotions, that she might be in danger somehow. Now, when she looks at that and when we examine that together, she realizes that that same pattern stays true for her inside her mind, but in reality, in her current environment, with her friends, with her family, with people around her, they're actually not likely to in any way be critical or abusive towards her at all, should she be able to express her feelings or express herself in any way or open up in any way. Indeed, her friends don't even actually find that she is a burden in any way. Now, that tends to be a little bit different for people who are avoidantly attached. they tend to find that they are then surrounded by people who are indeed like burdened by them, and they may even say things like, I'm burdened by you and that. But that's not the case for Anna. She seems like she's found some really good friends who are able to be there for her, to listen to her, and want to connect with her. So possibly some securely attached people that she has around her. So what we did in therapy there is that we helped Anna realize this, and then in the next session, which will be our final session, we'll see what those realizations have done for Anna and if that has made any changes in her life. So if she's come to understand that this way of relating is not really applicable to her anymore, what she's done with that and how that's affected her life. So I look forward to seeing you next time.